Hello all, welcome to the Cloud DevOps Guru channel. Today we are going to discuss about the Linux 0 to Hero part 1. In this part, we are going to discuss about the what is the Linux, architecture of the Linux, file system in the Linux, basic 50 commands which are frequently used. These commands will help you to become the Linux administration, and also it will help you to while working as a DevOps engineer and cloud engineer. So these are the very important frequently used commands I had discussed in this part 1. Then we will learn about the file permissions using chmod command. Then in this video I had discussed about the package manager like apt and yum, which will help you to install the packages in the Ubuntu and as well as install the packages into the Red Hat and CentOS. So before uh, going forward, so I wanted to request you to watch this video from beginning to the end. Then only you will get some idea about the Linux, and then only you get familiar with the commands, how to manage the packages, how to install the packages, how to give the permissions, how to use those commands, what are the architecture of the Linux, what is the file system, how we can use those file system. These complete idea you will get only if you watch from beginning to the end. I will request you, if you are the watching my video first time, if you are the new on my channel, please subscribe the channel, and if you like my video, you can like my video and subscribe the channel. So let's begin the our Linux journey. Yeah, hello all. Welcome to the our Linux learning program. From today, we will start learning the Linux. First, we will understand what is the Linux operating system. Linux is the operating system which is developed by the Linus Torvald. Linus Torvald has taken the Unix kernel. On top of that, he has built his own Linux kernel, and he has given as a open source. On top of that, so many Linux distributions are implemented based on their own requirement, like Red Hat distribution, CentOS distributions, Ubuntu distributions, Fedora distributions, and Linux Mint distributions. Okay, these are the distributions. Then we will understand the what is the operating system. Okay, so operating system is an interface between the user and the computer hardware. The hardware of the computer cannot understand the human readable language as it works on the binaries. Binaries are nothing but the zeros and ones. Also, it is very tough for human to understand the binary language. In such case, we need an interface which can translate human language to the hardware and vice versa for effective communication. So operating systems are nothing but, for example, we have the different kinds of operating system: Windows operating system, Linux operating systems, Unix operating systems, Mac operating system. These are the popular operating systems. Okay, so when human cannot understand the binary language and binary computer cannot understand the human language, then we need some intermediary language. So that is called the operating system. So operating system will take the input from the user, it will convert it and send to the uh, our computer hardware, and computer hardware will process the that data and give the output to the user. So that is the main purpose of the our operating system. So then we will understand the architecture of the Linux operating system. In the Linux architecture, in the middle of the we have the hardware. On top of the hardware, we have the kernel. Kernel is the main part of the Linux operating system. It is the heart of the Linux operating system. It can do everything which is most important in the Linux operating system. That is, for example, it can schedule the task. Linux kernel can schedule the task, manage the resources, and control the security. The next level is the shell, which act as the user interface. It interprets the user commands and starting the applications. Means shell can take the user input and it will interpret that command and give the output to the user on the shell prompt. So different kinds of shells are available in the Linux operating system. Mostly we will use the bash shell, but we have the C shell, sh. These are some popular shells in the Linux operating system. So we will learn more detail the shells about the shells in the when we are learning the shell script. But now we will understand the what is the shell. Okay. On top of that we have the applications. Okay. In the applications are nothing but the utilities. So many applications are the in our in Linux operating system, so which provides a utility function. In other words, it is the user level. User is the one who operate those utilities. For example, we have the so many commands in the Linux operating system, like who is the command, awk is the command, ls is the command, cat is the command. Now these are the nothing but the utilities or application in the Linux operating system. Okay. Then, so this is the architecture of the our Linux operating system. Now we will learn about the what is the file system hierarchy. Okay. So in this Linux operating system, we have this some folder structure. That folder structure is nothing but the file system hierarchy in the Linux operating system. Okay. So let's understand one by one. Here we have the hierarchy of the our file system. So hierarchy will start from the slash. Under that slash we have the slash home, slash usr, slash etc, slash root, slash opt, slash lib, slash boot, slash sbin, slash bin, slash var, slash mnt, slash media, slash temp. These are the some most important file system hierarchy in the Linux operating system. Let's understand one by one. Okay, let's open the our Visual Studio Code and I will explain one by one. Okay, so first our file system hierarchy will start from the slash. Okay, slash is nothing but the top level directory. Top level directory in Linux operating system. Operating system. Okay, so it is a parent directory directory for all other directories, and it is also called the called as a root directory. It is also called the root directory. I will write in the short form as a dir. Okay, it is a parent directory for the parent dir for all other directories in the Linux. Dir in Linux. Okay, so after this we will see the slash root. Slash root is the home directory for the root user. It is the home directory dir for root user. It creates workspace for root user. Okay, workspace is nothing but the root user can work inside that workspace and he can store any kind of the data in that workspace. Okay, So whenever he creates any files, or whenever he creates anything in the in root user, so it will store in the slash root workspace. Okay, so then next directory is the home slash home. So it is the home directory for the home directory for the other users, other than the root user, other than the root user. Okay, so next is the slash boot. It contains the bootable files, bootable files like VM lies, VM liners, VM liners, etc. Okay, then next one is the slash etc. It contains the all default configuration files. So whenever we install any application in the Linux operating systems, it creates some configuration files in the background. So those configuration files will be stored inside the slash etc. Okay, then next one is the slash usr. So it is the default installation location. So whenever we install any software in the Linux operating system, this is the default location for that software installation. Okay, then we have the slash opt. So it is the optional directory for slash usr. So, and also it is default location for third party installation. For example, any third party application you are installing in the Linux operating system, so it will store into the slash opt. Means when someone asks you to find out the where some third party applications are installed, so you can go inside the slash opt and you can search that application. So this is the default location for the any third party applications. Okay, then uh, it comes to the uh, next um, next file system is this slash bin. Okay, slash bin stores it stores the user commands. Means normal users can run which commands run by the normal user, those commands will be stored in the slash bin. So next file system is the slash sbin. Slash sbin it stores root user commands. Which commands run by the root user, those commands will be stored inside the slash sbin. Okay, next we have the slash dev. So it is the default location for the dev devices. Like we have the, for example, slash dev slash hda for hard disk, slash dev slash sda for SATA disk, slash dev slash vda for virtual disk. Okay, these are the some popular devices which is mounted into the slash dev slash vd slash dev in the slash dev file system. Okay, then we have the slash proc. It is called the virtual directory. Whatever data it will contain, whatever data it contains, it is not persistent. It will change frequently. So whatever data will be generated inside the slash proc, it will not store that permanently. That data will be changed frequently. For example, so it has the files like slash proc slash meminfo. Memory information will be changed. Usage information will be frequently changed. So these kind of the information will be stored in the slash proc file system. Second one is the important one is the CPU info. These information utilization information will be changed frequently, so that is why it is not the persistent data. It will be changed frequently, and it is also called the virtual directory. So then comes to the slash var. Slash it contains the variable files like log files. So whenever you want to search about the any log files, it will store inside the slash var, like a slash var slash log. So inside this you can find the any log in the Linux operating system. So then after comes to the another file system in the slash mnt. It is the default mount point for the mount point for any partition. So whenever you are not created any mount point for the mount the any partition, so on that time you can mount that partition on the mnt. It is by default empty. It is by default empty. So you can mount it anytime in the slash mnt. So next file system is the media. Slash media is the default mount point for the, it is default mount point for the any external disk, like we have the pen drive, cd-rom. These kind of the devices will mount inside the slash media. Then we have the slash lib. So it contains the library files. Okay, these are the some important folder structure or the file system hierarchy in the Linux operating system. These are the very important to find out the quickly find out the solutions in the Linux operating systems. So please understand this and go through once again. Uh, once again, for the what is the architecture, then what is the file system structure in the Linux operating system. For example, someone asks you to find out something, some logs. If you know the file system structure, you can directly go inside the var log and you can find out the logs immediately and you can troubleshoot your issues. So because of that, these file system structure is the most important in the Linux operating system. Okay, today we will learn some basic commands in the Linux, which are the most important while doing the Linux administration. So in the previous session, we learn about the what is the Linux operating system, what is the Linux architecture, what is the file system hierarchy. So now today we will learn about the some basic commands of the Linux operating system. Okay, so I will teach in this session these 10 commands. Uh, 10 commands in this session. I wanted to teach some more than 45 commands which are frequently used as a DevOps engineer in the Linux operating system. Those frequently used commands I will cover in the multiple parts. So this is my first part in the Linux basic command. So I will teach the 10 commands in this session because I wanted to keep our video clean and shorter. So for practice these commands, we need the one Linux machine. Okay. So I had created the Linux machine in the AWS account. How to create the Linux machine in the AWS account? You can find out and you can create the one machine anywhere. You can create the machine inside the your own desktop, or you can create the Linux machine in the background. You can create the Linux machine in the any cloud. So I had created the machine inside the AWS cloud. So if required, I will show you how to create the machine inside the AWS account in the another video. Please you can follow these commands in the any Linux operating system. It will help you. Please practice these commands. If you practice, then only you can get the hands-on experience. Okay, let's start. First, we will learn ls command. ls command is used for list the directories in present working directory. Okay, so let's see in the practical way. This is the my Linux shell prompt. I had logged in into the my Linux machine. Now I am in the Ubuntu user, so I am running the ls command. Here you can see it is not listing any files because it just I had created the machine and I had logged in into the my Linux VM. It is because of that I am not created the any uh, files inside the my machine. So because of that it is not showing anything. So if I use the ls hyphen la, so ls means list the files, and hyphen la means long list and with the hidden file. Okay, so it is show the all the file information which are hidden inside the directory. Those information also it is showing. So in the Linux, which file is started with the dot, it is called the hidden file. So now you can see here all the files are started from using the dot. So means it is the hidden file. If you created any files in Linux using dot, it will called as hidden file. So it will not show by default when you run the ls. If you want to see the hidden files, you have to use the ls-la. You can see ls-l. It is not show the any hidden file. It is only showing the count, because if you have the file, it will show. Or if you are not having any file, it will show the zero count. So for the check the long list, I will create the one file. I will for creating the file in the Linux, we will use the touch command. touch command touch command is used for create the empty file in Linux OS. Okay, whenever you want to create any empty file, you can use the touch command. Okay, touch my file name. I wanted to create a file one. So now you can see ls. So that file one is showing inside the directory. Okay, if you are created any file in the current working directory, it will list using the ls command. Okay, if you are using the ls-l, so it is showing the some long list. It is showing the more information about your file, means what with which user it file has created, what are the permissions, when it is created. These information is giving using the ls-l. Okay, now you had created the single file using the touch command. So if you want to create the multiple file using the touch command, you can give the file, means your file is started with this name. Then you want to create this some multiple file, like I want to create the 20 files with .txt extension. So it will create the 20 files in the one command. So now you can check ls-la. So this single command has created the 20 files inside the our current working directory. So here I am repeating, right, current working directory. So how you can check the current working directory in your Linux? So for checking the current working directory, pwd command will help us to. Pwd command is used for check the present working directory. Okay, mean pwd command will show you where you are currently working. So see, now I'm currently working in the /home/ubuntu. So now it is my screen is full. I want to clear this screen. You can use the clear command. Clear command is used for the clear the your screen. Okay, here clear clear command is used for clear the screen of your shell. Okay, now so we had learned the ls command, touch command. Then we learn the pwd command. So now we will see the mkdir command. Mkdir command is used for mkdir mkdir command is used for create the folder or directory in the Linux. Okay, so if you want to create any directory, so you can use the mkdir command. Mkdir your folder name, learning underscore Linux is my folder name. So now you can see learning Linux has created. Okay, this folder has created. Now I want to create directory inside the directory. Like for example, I wanted to create directory learning Linux practice as my folder. Inside that, I want to create the learning Linux. So in this way, I want to create the my folder structure. If you want to create the directory inside the directory with using the mkdir, so we can use mkdir -p. You can give the that file names, folder names, then enter. So it will create the your folders inside the folder. See, now it has created the learning Linux practice. So inside that learning Linux practice, it is created the it is created the folder as a learning Linux. So now you can see. So here means if you want to create the directory inside the directory, just you have to pass the mkdir -p. Okay. Now for go inside the directory, I had used the cd command, right? So cd command is used for cd command is used for navigate get the directories. So just we had navigated, right? Cd learning Linux practice. Inside that we have the learning Linux. So if I want to go inside the learning Linux, we can go inside using the cd command. So now you can see. Now you can check your present working directory. Your present working directory is the /home /ubuntu learning Linux practice. Then you have the learning Linux. This is your current working directory. So now I want to go back to the our home directory. Now you can use the cd enter. Wherever you are working, if you want to go directly into the your um, home directory, you can just use the cd command. So now for example you are inside the learning practice, then you are learning Linux folder. So now you are inside the learning Linux folder. Now you want to go inside the learning Linux practice, means one folder upper. So you can use the cd dot dot. So now you can see your present working directory is the learning Linux practice. These are the basic usage of the cd command. Then we learn the these commands. Now cat command. We will learn the cat command. Now cat command is used for cat command is used for create the file, display the file, and append the content into the file. These are the basic usage of the our cat command. So now I will create the file using the cat command. Cat. If you want to create the file with content, so you can use the cat. Your file name, my file name is the test. So it is allowing you to insert some data inside the file. This is my first file. Press enter. For save and exit, you can use the control D. Now, if I want to see the data inside the my file, you can use the cat test. So it is displaying your data. So first you can create the file using the cat greater than symbol, then your file name. If you want to display the data, you can use only cat your file name. So this is these two ways you can create the file and display the content of the file. Now I wanted to append data into the test file. Test. So it is allowing you to insert some data. This is second line. Enter, control D. Now I want to display the data inside the test file. So now you can see. So my this is second line is appended into the test file. So these are the three ways to create the file, to display the file, or append the file. We can use the cat command. Then now we will learn the cp command. Cp command is used for copy the files from one location to the another location. Cp, your file name, my file name is the test. I want to copy that into the learning Linux folder. So now you can go inside the learning Linux and check your file is copied or not. So now you can see your file is present inside the learning Linux. So cp command cp command, it is used for copy the files from one location to another location. So this is the use of the cp command. So next command is the mv command. Move command is used for mv command is nothing but the move command. mv command is used for, it is used for move the file from one location to another location, and also used for rename the file name. So let's see. Now I have the file inside the my learning Linux folder. I want to move into the my root directory. We test where I want to move in my home directories slash home Ubuntu directory. I want to move it. So now you can see, check here my file is not present. So go inside your home directory. You can use the cd. Now you can check it here. My test file is the present inside the my home directory. Okay, if you want to check the content of the file, so you can check using the cat command. See, my file is the present inside the my home directory. Now I want to rename the file name. I want to rename my file name test into the testing. mv, my file name is the test. Our renaming file name is the testing. Now you can see my file name has become the testing. So here, for moving the file, just you can use the mv, your file name, existing file name, and where you want to copy that destination path. Okay, but while renaming, you can use the mv existing file name, existing file name, and new file name here. New file name. If you want to rename the your file. Okay, then next command is the rm command. Now I had created the so many files here, right? I want to remove some files. Rm, my file name, like file one is my file name. I want to remove it. So see, it has removed. Just if you want to remove the file, you can use the rm, your file name. So it will remove the file. Now I want to remove the directory. So cd learning practice ls, it has some content, right? If you have the some content inside the folder, you have to use the rm hyphen rf. Then you can use the your folder name here, learning practice. So it will remove the folder with your content. So rm command can use for remove the file, and rm command hyphen rf command is used for the folder which has the content. If you are having the empty folder, so you can use the rmdir command. Now rmdir 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 command is dir command used for delete the empty folder, and rm command is used for delete the file and folder which has content or dir inside dir. Okay, if you have the directory inside the directory, if you use the rmdir, it will not delete because it that directory has the some data. If you are using the rm-rf, your directory inside the directory also deleted. So now I will show you one example. mkdir. I will create the one directory learning Linux underscore practice. This is my directory. Inside that directory, I am creating the test as my directory. Okay. Now you can see ls. This directory has created. Now I want to delete. It is also empty, but learning Linux practice has the test directory. Now, if you are using rmdir learning practice, it won't be deleted because it has some data. It has some files or folders inside the your directory. Because of that, it is not rmdir command is not able to delete that. If only empty directory is there, then only it can be deleted. Rmdir learning demo. This is my new directory. Now just I had created that directory. It is empty, right? So now I can delete that rmdir learning demo. So it is deleted. If you have the one empty folder inside the folder also, it will not delete using the rmdir. If you want to delete that type of the folder, you can use the rm hyphen rf learning practice. So it will be deleted using the rm hyphen rf command. Okay. So this is the difference between the rm command and rmdir command. So if here I am using the some options with the command. If you don't know the options with your command, so you can use for getting the more information of the command, you can use the man or help command. So man rm. So it will give you the documentation about your command. If you know some command, but you don't know the options of that command, so you can use the man or help command for getting the options. Now here I had used the man. If you want to use the help also, you can use the rm hyphen help. So it will give the more options to the to you to use the command. New session for the previous part one session today. This is the part two. Okay. So if you are not watched previous video, please go and watch the previous video. Then you can watch this second video. Okay. So let's start. Today we will learn these 12 commands in the second part. Okay. So let's understand one by one. Who command. Who command is used for show the logged in user. Logged in user in the server. Second usage of this, it shows login time. Okay. And it gives the information about the terminal. These are the three information given by the who command. Let's log in into the server. For practice this, you have to create one server anywhere, like in the cloud or in your system. Just I had created the machine in the AWS cloud. Okay. So let's learn who command. Now you can see here it has given the information about our user. Let's understand one by one. Ubuntu is our login name. Ubuntu is the username. Okay. PTS/0 is the terminal information. Then we have the date and time. 04 hyphen 10 hyphen 2 2023. This is the time. This is the date. Okay. Then when this user is logged in, that information is given. 46 is the login time. Login time of Ubuntu user in the server. User in server. Okay. Then it has the 122.174.180.46. This is the source. This is the source where from the user has logged in. User has logged in. This is the user has logged in from the one from some Wi-Fi, right? That Wi-Fi has the this public IP. It gives the remote host information. Uh, this is called the remote host information. Okay, so this important information will be given by the who command. Who command can give the information about the who means user information or terminal information, date and time, and also from where he has logged in. That information will be passed give by the who command. Okay, then we will understand the who IMI command. Who IMI command is used for get the logged in user name. Okay, let's see who IMI. So it gives the only Ubuntu as a name, means it gives the only user information only. It will not give the any other information. So who command will give the information about the user, terminal, date and time, and also remote host information. But who am I cover only who has logged in into the server. That information will be given by the who am I command. Okay. Next command is W command. W command is used for this command is used for all logged in user information in server. For example, you want to check how many users are logged in into the server and when he has logged in. Those all information you will get from the W command. You can use the W and enter. So now you can see here it has given the information about the when this server is up, how many users are logged in, what is the load average of the our server. So here it is giving the information about the user, terminal, from where he has logged in, login time, how much he has used, the CPU and ideal processes. These all the information will be given by the W command. Um, who command is give the only information about the who has logged in, what is the terminal, date and time, and from where he has logged in. W command has give the some more information about the user, means how many users are logged in into the our server. Those information will be given from where they are logged in. Those information also given by the W command. Also, how many users are logged in, what are the load average of their server. This information will be given by the W command. I will teach you the load average while learning the process management. Here just means I am teaching the W command how it get the output from the um, from that command. So that those basics I am teaching. When I am teaching into the process management, there I will cover the what is the load average. Okay. Next command is the id command. For example, you want to get the information about the user IDs. So now our Ubuntu user has logged into the our server, but what, you want to get the information of Ubuntu users ID. So you can use the ID. So it will give the information about the user IDs, like UID means user ID 1000, Ubuntu user ID is the 1000, group ID is the 1000. Then it will give the loads and loads information about the user. So but here the more main information is the user ID and the group ID. So id command is used for id command is used for get the information of user ID and group ID of logged in user. Okay, so next command is echo command. Echo command is used for echo command is used for display the message in terminal. For example, you want to display some message, you want to print something into your terminal. So then you can use the echo command. For example, now I want to read the hello world in the terminal as output. Hello world. See, it is giving the output to the hello world. If you want to print something into the terminal, this is demo. So whatever you write after the echo command, it will display as a output into the terminal. So if you want to print which shell you are using, so then you can use here your environment variable for the shell. So it will get the information about your environment variable and print into the your terminal. This is the main usage of the our echo command. For example, you want to get some information about the some environment variable, then you can use there your echo command and your environment variable. So if you want to print the all environment variables which are available in the server, you can use the print env command. Print env command is used for the get the all environment variable which are set into your server. If you want to get those information, so you can simply run the print env command. Print env. Print env command. Env command is used for print the all available environment variables, env variables in the server. Okay, next is the uname command. So uname command is used for get the OS information, basic OS information. Uname command. Uname command is used for get the basic OS information. For example, you want to get the information which OS you are using. So on that time, you can use the uname command. Uname, enter. You are using the Linux operating system. If you want to get some more information about your OS, then you can use the uname -e. So it has given the IP address. It has given the which flavor you are using in the Linux. Ubuntu flavor we are using. This information given by the uname -a. And which architecture you are using. So these all information. This is the architecture, means we are using the 64-bit architecture. So this Ubuntu we are using. So our operating system is the Linux. This information will be get from the uname command. Okay. Next one is the ln. Ln command is used for create the links in Linux operating system. For example, you want to create some link to the file. So in that situation, you have to use the ln command. For example, in the Windows, we use the shortcut files, right? So we will install something and it will create some shortcut into the desktop. Uh, Same kind of thing we can create into the in our Linux operating system using the ln command. There are two kinds of links in the Linux. One is the soft link, another one is the hard link. I will teach this soft link and hard link while learning the links chapter. There I will cover in detail, but just now I want to give the information about how to create the links. That information I wanted to give. Because of that, I am covering this command into this session. Just I will create on file mk. For creating the file, we will use a touch. Test is my file ls ls-la. It will give the information. Now just I had created the normal file, right? This is the normal file. Now I want to create the link file for this. ln-s test link file is the demo. Now you can use the ls-la. It will show the information about the demo. So see, it is started with the l. L means link file. If it is started from the hyphen, it is a normal file. If it is started from the L, means it's link file. We have the types of file. Learning types of file. First one is the normal file, link file, block file. These are the some types of file. If start from the L, if start from the hyphen, it is a normal file. If it is start from the L, it is a link file. If it is start from the B, it is a block file. So means whenever we create the files, it automatically assign some type here and it will show the information. And it has given the linking here. Means demo has linked to the test file. It's giving the towards that file, main file. This is this in this way we can create the soft link in the Linux operating system. Okay. Next command is the less command. Less command is used for display the files output in page wise. Yesterday we learned about the displaying the file content using the cat command. So if we use the cat command, it will display the whole file. In means it will not fit into the our in our screen. But when we use the less command, it will display the page wise. Means it how much content will be fit in our terminal. That much content will be displayed in one time, and it will if you want to see the another page, so it will display continuously next pages. uh, let's see in the practical way. I will create one file vi. For example, I will not create any file. For example, I will show you less etc password. See, it is displaying in the page wise how much content is fixed into the our terminal. Those that much content will be displayed into the our terminal. This is the first page. If you want to go next page, you can use the space bar. It will go to the next page. If you want to go back to the previous page, you can use the b. B for the backward, and space bar for the forward. So if you want to go line by line, you can use the enter. So when you press the enter, it will go and display the line by line. If you want to, for example, now I will display first, I will display the cat command, etc password. So it is displaying the whole file. So if you want to go up and down, you have to scroll down, right? You have to go up and go down. For that, you have to scroll up and scroll down. But if you want to see the content in the page wise, so you can use the less your file name only, etc password. So now you can see you no need to go you no need to use the cursor up and down. Just it will show the file in show the file which is fit into your terminal. Yes, it will show the page wise. It will divide our file into the pages, and it will show how much size will be fit into our screen. That much lines will be displayed into the our first page. So if you want to go into the next page, you have to use the space bar. If you want to go backward one page, you can use the b. And if you want to go line by line, you can use the enter. So if you use the enter, it will display the line by line. If you want to go outside from these pages, you can use the q. Okay. So less command is used for see the content in the page wise. For backward, you can use the b. Backward. Go to backward pages. Use the b. Go forward. Go to forward. Use spacebar. If you want to go line by line, you can use enter key, spacebar key. Okay. If you want to exit from the file, use the q option. Okay. So this is the less command. Now we will see the more command. Less and more command has same purpose, but Here it has one small difference, that is, with using the less command we can go forward and backward, but in more we cannot go backward, we just move forward pages. This is the one difference in the less and more command. Okay, let's see. Clear more etc password, enter. So it has fitted into the one single page. But if I want to go next page, you can use the space bar. So it is similar to the less command. But if you want to go back, that is not possible into the more command. Okay. Now, if you want to go line by line, you can use the enter. So here, for go to the next page, use space bar. For go to the line by line, use enter key. So this is the usage of the or more command. So next is the head command. Head command is used for display the top 10 lines from the file by default. So head command. So if you want to display the some lines of information from the file, so you can use the head command from the top. Okay. For example, it will display the by default 10 lines if you are not given any number. So now we will see head our file name etc password is my file name. Now it is displaying the top 10 lines. You can see count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These top 10 lines are displayed using the head command. Okay. If you want to display the more than 10 lines, how we can display? So we can use simply head hyphen n. How many lines you want? Those numbers here. For example, I'm displaying the 20 lines etc password. So now you can see the our 20 lines are displayed. If you want to see the number with your file displaying the output, so I will use one cat hyphen n etc password. You no need to use this one. Just you can use the head because of your make you understand. I am using the cat command head hyphen n 20. So it will display the numbers. So now you can see the 20 lines of file. It is displaying using the head command. If you want to display more, now for example, I want to display only 5 lines. Just you can use the 5. If you want to display the 2 lines, you can just use the here 2. So whenever in some situation you want to get the some lines of the your output file, you want to get into the another file. So based on that situation, you can use the head or tail command. Okay, this is the usage of the head command. Now we will understand the tail command. Tail command is used for display bottom bottom lines. Tail command is used for display the bottom lines of file. It will by default display the bottom 10 lines. Okay, so now we will see clear tail. Our file name is the etc password. So it is started from the bottom. So if you want to check that it is started or not, you can display cat etc password. So it will display the complete whole file. So last line is the lxd, right? Then ubuntu. So let's see tell etc password. So now you can see these are the bottom lines, bottom 10 lines. Okay, if you want to display the bottom 20 lines, you can use the tell -n 20 etc password. So it will display the bottom 20 lines. Okay, if you want to display only bottom 5 lines, you can use the 5 here. How many lines you want to display from the bottom or from the top, you can use those numbers. Okay, without giving the n also, you can display that tell -5 etc password. Oh, hyphen, you can give the here hyphen. Okay, you can use the -5 also. Okay, now I can display the lines from the top and I can display the lines from the bottom, but I want to get middle of the middle lines from the our file. For example, clear. Okay, cat -n etc password. So now you can see I have the 35 lines, but I want to display line line number 14 to 20. I want to display into the output. So how I can display? So this is possible using the head and tail, a combination of the head and tail command. Okay, here I will, how many lines from the top? From top I am using the 20 lines. I want to display from up to the 20 lines, right? So here means I want to display 14 to 20, means from top 20. So let's form the command head -n 20 from etc password. First we will check it will display the 20 lines. etc password. So it will display the top 20 lines. Now I want to display the from here bottom how many lines? From 14, right? So first I will display this using the number. Means we will understand the numbers. etc password head hyphen n 20. So it is displaying the 20 lines. Now I want to display the 14 to 20. Means you can count from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means how many from the tail? 20, right? You can use the tail minus 7. So it will display the lines from the 14 to 20, right? So in this way, you can display the any line from the um, your file. So instead of using here numbers, I will give the this is the example for getting the middle lines also. Sometimes you have to get. Yeah, until now we learn the head and tail command. Sometimes you have to deal with your files and get some specific lines. There you will get the help of the head and tail command. You have to combine both the commands and you have to use however you need it in your scenario. Based on that, you can use the head and tail command, basic command sessions. Okay, let's start learning the some few basic commands in the today's session. So these are the few basic commands I will cover in these sessions. Let's start from the grep command. Grep command is used for search the pattern in file. Okay, for example, you have the one file, you had created the one file and you want to get some matching patterns output inside from your file. For example, I had created one file cat test. I had created the test file. Inside that I had written some lines. Okay, you can create any file and you can write the any content in your file and you can fetch those patterns, matching patterns from your file as an output. For example, I want to get the output hello. Now you can use the grep hello as a pattern and your file name. My file name is the test. So now you can see matching pattern is displaying here. Now you can see in my file hello, 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 hello. Hello is repeating in the 4 times, but it is displaying only 2 times. Means in the small case, we have the hello as a 2 times. In the capital case, hello as the 2 times. Means it's only displaying the matching characters like matching word like hello in the small case. It will not display in the capital case letters. If you want to display the capital case letters also, you can use the grep hyphen I hello your pattern and your file name. So now it will display the all patterns which are matching. If it is a capital or if it is a in the small case, it will display the all the matching patterns. Now from my file I want to display the ram as a pattern. Now you can use the grep ram etc no in the from the test file. So now you can see only matching pattern is available hello ram, which is in the small case in one line. So that is displaying. If you want to display in all matching patterns which are in the small or which are in the capital, so you can use the hyphen I as an option. So it will display the in the capital case ram and in the small case ram also it is displaying. So this is the use of the grep command. Second command is df command. Df command is used for check the disk free space in Linux server. So sometimes you have to check the disk space in the Linux servers. So you are using the one server. Inside that server you get the notification like your disk space full 90%. If you want to check is it really your disk space is occupied the 90% or not, so on that situation df command will be help you. Df command will check the disk space free space in the Linux. So you can use the df, enter. So now you can see it is displaying the usage and available, but it is displaying in the kilobytes. If you want to display in human readable format, you can use the df-h. So it is displaying in the megabyte and gigabyte. So now you can see root partition used 1.6 GB, but available 6 GB. Okay, it is used the 21% from the our partition, root partition. So now with using this df command, you can check the server's disk free space. So when you use the df-h command, it will display the mount points and partitions information and also disk free space in your server. So if you are getting the notification like your root partition is used 90%, here it will display that 90%. Now our root partition is occupied the 21%. If it is more than 70, then you have to worry about your free space. If it is 90%, then your server may crash in few minutes, because if it is reached to the 100% storage, then your server will be stopped. So you have to clear the some space from your server. So for clearing the some space, you have to delete the some unwanted files from the your server. So for deleting the files, we will use the rm command, right? So you will check the which are the files are unwanted, and you can clear those files. For check the disk free space, we will use the df-h command. Okay. Next command is the du. Du command is nothing but the disk utility. Okay, it is used for check the disk usage. Okay, for example, you had created some mount points, or you can created the some folders, and you want to check the utilization of that folder or that file. Now we will use du command. For example, now I have the ls/home. This is my folder or mount point. I wanted to check how much disk is using by the home folder. Now you can use the du-sh/home. So it will display the how much size is using by the /home folder or file system. Okay, du command is used for the check the individual mount point or individual folder size. For example, how much size is using by that folder, or how much size is using by that mount point. So you can use the du command. -h means it's a human readable format. Okay. Now next command is whereis. Whereis command is used for find the binary location of command. Location of any command. Okay. For example, you know the some command, but you don't know the where that is located. For example, I know the ls command. Now I want to search where this ls command is present. means ls commands binary where is present, I want to search, you can use the where is ls. So ls command is present inside the usr/bin ls, or it is present in the /usr share man, means it is available in the only this place usr bin ls. That binary is available in the /usr/bin/ls ls folder. Okay, so next command is used. We will see the another one example for the where is. For example, just we use the du. I want to find the binary location for the du. So du binary location is present inside the /usr/bin. Right here you can see that binary location. Du binary is present inside the /usr/bin. Okay, now next command is hostname. Hostname command is used for check the host name of server. Okay, for example, you have the multiple servers and you wanted to check the host name of those servers. So just you can run the host name command. It will display the host name of your server. Now you can see this is your host name of your server. For example, this is displaying your one pattern when you logged in into the server, right? Ubuntu @ your IP address or host name. This is nothing but the Ubuntu is the username. Ubuntu is the login name or username, and remaining part is the host name of your server. This is the host name of server. Okay, if you want to check the host name, you can use the host name command. So next command is wget. Wget command is used for download the binaries or anything, or any file from the internet. Okay, if you want to download some binary, if you want to download and install the binary, you have to first download, right? So for example, I will download the Jenkins binary here. For downloading, you need the URL, right? So let's find out the URL. For example, this is the URL. I will stop it and I will get the URL from the download location. This is the URL. Copy the URL first and go to your Linux server. Execute the wget and your URL. Paste your URL here, and it will download that binary. If you want to download any binary from the internet, you can use the wget command. Sometimes in your server you have to install some packages, and you have to download those from some central location or from some internet. So in that case you can use the wget command. Now you can see ls jenkins.war file has downloaded here. You can see the size of that Jenkins. You can use the Jenkins du -sh jenkins.war. So it is 86 MB. So it is downloaded now, right? If you want to download anything, you can use the wget command. Next command is the curl command. Curl command is used for send or transfer the data, okay, to server. For example, some cases you had install some web server on the some server, okay. You want to test the that server's URL is working or not. In some most of the servers you are not having the internet. If you want to check that without internet, so it will help you. You have to hit the URL and you will get the you will download the your web page. Then you will decide the your web page means your web page is displaying the displaying or not. If it is displaying, your server is configured properly. So we will first hit the google.com curl https www.google.com. So it will download the web page of your, okay, it will download the web page of your server. So it's downloaded, means it is able to hit to the your server and downloading the your web page from the web server, means your server is working properly. Now clear. Next command is sudo command. Sudo command is used for get the root privileges, get the root privileges. Root privileges to normal user. For example, sometimes your normal user cannot run some commands because of he is not having the specific permission to run those commands. In that situation, you have to use the sudo command. Now, for example, sudo apt update. So you are able to update the packages from your server. But without using the sudo, you will not able to update the packages in the normal user. Okay, so if you want to get the root privileges to the normal user, you can use the sudo. Okay, now I will show the with user normal user apt update. So it is not having the permission to the run to the apt update command as a Ubuntu user. So it is giving the permission deny error. So if you use the sudo, it will allow you to run the apt update command. Okay. And also sudo command is used for the become the root user also. Sudo -i is used for the become the root user. Okay. So we will discuss sudo in the more detail when we learn the sudo chapter. But just to you understand, we will use the sudo command for the get the root privileges, and also if you want to become the root user, so you can use the sudo -i. These are the basic usage of the sudo command. Okay. Next command is the ps command. PS command is used for get the running process from the terminal. Okay. Now ps enter. Now you can see it is showing only running processes in the current terminal. If you want to see the all the processes which are running in the server, you can use a ps-aux. all processes. So it display the all processes in the your server. Now if you want to kill some processes, you can use the kill command. Kill command is used for kill command is used for kill the processes. Sometimes you have to kill the process because your command line is occupied to the another process, then that is not working. Then you have to kill that process. You have to find out the process id first. Here it is showing the process ids, pids. So you have to get those ids and you have to kill the process. We will discuss these process management in the while learning the process management. There we will discuss the ps and kill command again, but just you have to understand here how to get the processes which are running the in the server, and if you want to kill those processes, you can use the kill command. Okay, now we will use the kill -9 and your id. For example, your id is the anything, you can take the anything. uh, you can use the any id number. For example, 1011 is your id, so you can run it. We are not having any process, that is not, because of that it is not killing. If you want to kill the any process, I'm not killing here because might be some process will be impact to the our learning, our session will be closed. Because of that I'm not running anything. Now you can see, if you want to kill any process, running processes, you can use the kill command -9 or -15. We will understand what is the -9 and -15 while learning the process management. Just you can understand how to kill the process now. Okay, next command is ifconfig command. Ifconfig command is used for get the information of your ethernet card. Ifconfig command is used for get the information of ethernet card. Okay, now if you want to check the your ip address of your server, it will display the ip address if you run the ifconfig command. For example, clear the terminal. Ifconfig, okay, it is not installed, so you can install that. Sudo apt install net-tools. So it will install the our ifconfig command. Whenever you want to get the IP address of your server and ethernet information, so you can use the ifconfig command. Ifconfig, enter. Now you can see in your server you have the two ethernet cards. One is the ethernet 0, another one is the yellow. Okay, yellow means loopback ethernet card, and ethernet 0 means it is your first ethernet card of your server. So this is your IP address, this is your net mask, and this is your broadcast address. If you want to get the information about your ethernet card, only single ethernet card, you can use the ifconfig eth0. So it will display the single ethernet card information using the ifconfig. Okay, sometimes you in your server you have to identify your IP address, your net mask, what is the net mask, your broadcast address. So then ifconfig command will be help you to get the information about your ethernet card and IP address. Okay, next command is date command. Date command is used for get the date and time from the server. Okay, if you want to know what is the date in your server, you can use the date command. So it will display the current date, time, and format of the time. Okay, so this is the use of the date command. Next command is the tree command. Tree command is used for show the output in tree format. Okay, let's see. Now I want to show the output in the tree format in the home. Tree command is not found. Okay, you can install the tree command using the sudo apt install tree. So we will learn how to install the packages in the Linux in the package management. Okay, just you can understand how to install these. That's it. And you can, while practicing, you can run these commands only. Okay, for install the tree package. Now you can use the tree home. It will display the output in the tree format. Now see, inside the home we have the Ubuntu folder. Inside the Ubuntu we have the Jenkins and test file. This is the output in the tree structure. If you want to know which folder contains the which files and folders, so if you want to know in the tree format, then you can use the tree command. Okay, next command is the route command. Route command is used for display the route table and also used to set up default gateway in the Linux server. Okay, now we will just see how to get the route table information in the server. You can use the route, so it will display the route table in the server. Now you can see this is the gateway IP and how your means routes will be, for example you ping something, so how those hops will be go, that depends on your default route table. Okay, so next command is alias command. Alias command is used for create the aliases to big commands. For example, now I am running rm-rf, or just I had run the du-sh. Instead of running du-sh, I will create the one alias. Like if I run the du, it will display the output of the du-sh. Otherwise only d, if I run the d, it will run the du-sh command. So how we can do that? Okay, alias d is equal to du-sh. It has set up now. If I press the D command, now it is displaying, right? D/home. Okay, right? We can able to set up the aliases. Just we had set up the alias for the alias D is equal to du-sh. If you run the if you want to run the du-sh, it is the big command, right? If you want to make shorter, you can create the one alias and you can run the D for the du-sh. Now we will understand the syntax of the our how to create the aliases in the Linux server. You can use the alias as the command, then your variable name, then your command name here. Okay. For example, I want to create the alias to the sudo apt update, right? So you can use the alias as a command and update as the name for that command, and you can give your command name here. And just if you created the alias with the to the your sudo apt update, you can run the update for the sudo apt update. Let's see how we can do that. You can take this example and you can run into your server. Clear. Paste it. So it will created the alias for the sudo apt command. Now you can run the sudo apt. Instead of running the sudo apt update, for example, you run the sudo apt update. It will update the your session, right? Instead of running the sudo apt command, you can run just update. Both are doing the same activities. So if you want to create the any shortcut command for your bigger command, you can use the aliases. Okay. These commands today we discuss. These are the permissions in the Linux. Let's begin. Linux file permissions. Inside the Linux file permission, why we use the Linux file permission? Linux file permissions are used for the restrict the users from accessing the files and folders. Linux file permissions can decide who can access those files and folders and who cannot access that files and folders in the Linux operating system. Means if you are created, for example, we have the multiple users in the Linux servers. If one user has created that user, if he want to give the permission to the other user or not, it is based on the his wish. He can give the permission to the other users, or he can restrict the file permissions from the other users. He can give the file permission to the specific users also. So in the Linux file permissions, we have the we can assign the file permissions in the two way. First is the numerical way, second is the symbolic way. Okay, so let's understand. Here in the screenshot, first screenshot, we have the one file and it has the some file permissions. Let's understand what is the file permissions. Here means it is representing like a hyphen rwx, then we have the rwx, then we have the rwx, right? So we will understand what is it one by one. So here in the next screenshot, you can see the hyphen. Hyphen means it is the normal file or regular file. First 3 bits rwx. These 3 bits are for the users. Second 3 bits are for the group, and third 3 bits for the other users. Okay. So R means read permission, W means write permission, and X means execute permissions. In this way, for the user we have the full permission, for the group also we have the full permission, and others also have the full permission. Means any user who has logged in into the server, he can access, he can read the file, he can write the file, and he can execute the file one. Okay, so this is the main purpose of this file one. File one has created by the Ubuntu user. Okay, so here Ubuntu, first one is the user and second one is the group. And so here, Ubuntu is the owner for the file one. Okay, then we will understand the numerical way. In the numerical way, we have the some numbers for the for read, write, and executes. For read, we have the number 4. For write, we have the number 2, and for execute, we have the number 1. Means whenever we create the file, so it assigned to the some user. He is the owner of that file. and it is assigned to the some group, that is the group ownership of that file. And you can give the permission to the other users, or you cannot give the permissions to other users based on your requirement. Okay, so whenever you want to give the permission with the numerical way, we have to consider these numbers. For read we have the 4, for write we have the 2, and execute we have the 1. For example, in the numerical way, if you want to give the permissions, when we create the file in Linux operating system OS, it will assign default permissions to the files and folders. So let's see how many permissions it will assign in the Linux operating system by default. Okay, I had logged in into the Linux server, so just I will create one file, touch, for example file 1 I am creating. So for check the permissions in the Linux, we will use the ls-l. When we run this, it will display the file permission to the file permission of the means how whatever the file permissions we are given to that file that represent here. So let's see, this is our file. Let's understand it. So just we had understand, right? First hyphen is the normal file. Second, 3 representations like rw. Here first 3 bits for the user. This is for the user or owner. Second 3 bits for the rw hyphen for the group owner, group Okay, then we have the r hyphen these 3 bits for the other users. Okay, means here when we create the file in the Ubuntu user, it has assigned the rw hyphen r hyphen means with the numerical way. We just understand, right? For read we have the 4 plus, for write we have the 2 plus, hyphen means it is the 0. Okay, means it is when we calculate this, it will become the 6. 4 plus 2 plus 0, 6, right? Second one also same, 4 plus 2 plus 0 is equal to 6. And third bit, 4 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 4. Means when we create the file in normal user, default permissions are 664 default permissions. Okay, and then let's understand, if we create the file in the root user, I will become a root user using the sudo -i. Now I am the root user. Okay, I will create one file here, touch file 2, for example. For checking the permission, we will use the ls-l. So now you can see here our file has created, right? Normal file has created. Paste it here. Okay, hyphen means normal file. If it is represents the D, so here you can see, if file type this is the contains the file types. If it is represents the hyphen, it is a regular file. If it is represent the D, it is a directory. Okay, so Here it is representing the hyphen, means normal file. It is a normal file. Normal file. Okay. First three bits are the RW hyphen. Second three bits are the R hyphen hyphen. Third three bits are the R hyphen hyphen, right? So let's understand it. So here RW hyphen for the user, right? Second one for the group. Third one for the other user permissions. Okay. So means here RW means how much? 6, right? 4 plus 2, 6. Another one for the group we have the 4, and other users we have the 4. Means when we create the file in the root user, it will by default assign the 644 permissions. Okay. Now I will create one folder in the root user. We will see what the default permission will be assigned to the folder. So mkdir demo is my folder. Okay. For checking the permission, you can use the ls-l. Now it has created directory, right? You can see here, we will see the representations. D means directory, right? First three bits are the RWX for the user or owner. Next three bits are the R-X for the group owner. Third three bits are the R-X for the other user. Okay. Now here you can see RWX means 4 plus 2 plus X means 1, right? So is equal to 7. So then second bits are the 4 plus 0 plus 1, right? Is equal to 5. Third one also same, 4 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 5. Means when we create the directory, in root user, it will assign default permissions as 755. Okay. So let's log into the normal user. Then we will create another one file. Exit from the root user. We will create a folder here, mkdir. For example, folder name is the learning. Okay. For checking the permission, you can use the ls-l. Now you can see my folder has created. So here you can represent D means directory. First three bits are the RWX. Second three bits are the RWX, and third three bits are the R-X. Means first three bits it is assigning the 7. Second three bits also for group owner full permission. It has the 7. For third means others, it has the 5 permissions. Means when we create the one folder in the normal user, by default permissions will be assigned 775. Okay. So these permissions will be assigned based on the umask value. So how we will get these default permissions? In the Linux we have the one umask value, that based on that umask value this default permission will be assigned to the files and folder. Umask, you can run the umask as a command. So for the normal user we have the 022 002. Okay. Means it is showing the 002. When we are giving the permission also, it also has the 077 0775, but we are not using this one. Okay, we will take the 022. And what is the umask value in the root user? We will check that also. Sudo -i umask. You can run the simply command umask. It will give the umask value. umask value in the root 0 to 2. This is for the umask value for the Ubuntu user. Ubuntu user is the normal user, and in the root user umask value is the 0 to 2. So for the full permission in the directory, we have the 777 means full permission to the user, group and other user. Minus for normal user, you can use the minus 0 to 2 means how much value we will get? 755 in the root user. Okay, in the normal user we have the 777 minus 002 is equal to 775, right? In normal user, by default permission to the folder. Normal user. Okay. For the file permissions also, for file permissions we have the full permissions are the 666. By default we are not having the execute permission to the file. Minus 022 in the root user means we are getting this 644 in the root user. By default permission we will get in the root user 644, right? And in the normal user we have the 666 minus 002 is equal to, we will get the 664 permissions in the normal user. Based on the umask value you will get the your default file permissions. Okay, if you want to change that, you can change the umask value. Okay, if I want to change the file permissions using the numerical value, for example, why we use the permissions I will show first. For example, I will create the one file here, touch file 1, where I will create inside the, for example, /home/ubuntu user, but we will see ubuntu user can access or not. Ubuntu home directory. Okay, let's log in into the ubuntu home directory. Now file 1 has created in the ubuntu home directory, right? So now you can see the file permission for the file 1. No, maybe this is the wrong. So I will create the one sudo touch learning Linux is my file. So now you can see the ls-l. When we use the sudo, it will create from the root user. Now you can see the file permissions. We are getting the 644, right? So now you can edit the file vi learning Linux from the normal user. See, this file is the read only. You cannot edit this. Sometimes you will get the this kind of issue while you are working in the Linux. Means you will get that file only read only, because you have to understand that why we are getting the read only, because of the permission you are getting the read only permissions. So you cannot edit this. For example, now I had edited this, but I cannot save this. We cannot save because we have the only read permission. We are not having the write permissions. Okay, if I want to give the write permission to the, here root is the owner, group owner is also root, and other user is the ubuntu. Other user cannot edit the learning Linux. Okay, now I will change the permission for the file. Before the changing the permission, I will show the another one example here. I will create the one script file. For example, first.sh. I'm creating in the Ubuntu user only. Okay. echo dollar shell. I want to get the information of the shell. What are the shell we are using in the current terminal? Okay, we can save the file. Now ls-l. Now see the permissions here for our script file. It is created by the Ubuntu user. It has the read write for the owner, read write for the group, and read for the other user. But now you want to execute this script. First.sh. Now you are getting the permission deny, because by default execute permissions are not assigned on the script file or normal file in the Linux, right? We have to assign that. If we want to assign the file permissions, we will use the chmod command. Chmod command is used for change the permissions of file and folder in Linux. Okay, let's change with the numerical way. Now I will clear the terminal. You can see ls-l. I want to change the permission. Now just I had created the one script file. I want to give the execute permission to the script file. Just Ubuntu user only. Now chmod. Here you can see Ubuntu user has the RW and a group has the RW and other has the R. Means it has the 6. I want to add execute permission. 6 plus 1 means 7, right? And I want to keep the same to the group and other user. Means group has the 6 and other user has the 4 for the first .sh. Now you can check the file permission -l. Now you can see your owner has the full permission, group owner has the only read and write permission, and other has the only read permission. Means only Ubuntu user can execute this file. Other than Ubuntu user, no one can execute this file. For example, I will log in into the root. Root user can do anything, but normal users cannot do. Okay. /home. Okay. Now just you had seen, right, how to change the permissions for the one file. Now we will change the permission for this file. I want to give the full permissions. chmod 777 full permissions, right? To Linux we are not permitted, because even we are not able to give the permission to the that file, because it is not created by the Ubuntu user, it is created by the root user. Okay, now here you can see ls-la, only user can give the permission to the file. Okay, now here you can see dir demo also created by the user. Just I want to log in inside the dir demo, and it has the permissions like user has the full permission and group has the read and execute permissions, and other user also has the read and execute permissions. Now I want to create one file inside the directory touch file1. See, he is not able to create the file inside the directory, means he is not having the right permission inside the directory. So now I want to give the right permission to the directory to the other user only. Means Ubuntu user comes inside the other user, right? Owner will be root and group owner also root, but Ubuntu is the other user, right? Now I will give the permissions to the other users. cd sudo is used for the become the root user. chmod user has the full permission, group has the read and execute permission 5, and I want to give the execute permission, not write permission to the our other user 757. On which directory? Dir demo directory. Now you can check ls-l. So here permissions are changed. Now you can see rwx means other user has the full permission, group owner has the read and execute permission, and owner has the full permissions. Now I will log in into the dir ls. We are not having any file, right? I will create the one file 1 inside the directory. Now I am able to create the files. In this way you can change the files and you can give the permissions to the other users, you can give the permissions to the group, or you can give the permissions to the owner if he is not having any permissions. That permissions can be changed by the only user who has created that file or directory. Okay, now this is the numerical way. Now we will understand the symbolic way. In the symbolic way, we have the for the owner we have the symbol U, group we have the G, and other for we have the O. For if you want to give the permission to the all, we will use the A. If you want to give means any read permission, write permission, then you have to use the plus. If you want to remove the permission, you have to use the minus. So for the read we will represent that using the R. Right, we will represent using the W, and execute we will represent using the X. So let's see in the practical way. Okay, now cd ls-l. To this directory I want to remove the execute permission. I want to remove the write permission from this directory to the other user, right? Just I had given before, right? I will change chmod other for, we have the other for O, right? And I want to remove means minus O minus, but I want to remove write for W. We are representing write using the W, right? On which directory? dir demo. We have to use here sudo. Now you can see ls-l. See here write permissions has removed here. Here we have the write permission to the group, but here we are not having the any write permission to the group. If you want to add the write permission, chmod for other user O plus, you can use the plus. What you want to add? You want to add the write permission. Okay, now on which directory? dir demo directory. We are not having the permission because we have to use the sudo. It has created by the root user ls-l. Now you can check the permissions are added into the other user. In this way you can remove the permission, you can give the permission, you can give the permission to the user. If you want to give the permission to the user, you have to use the U. If you want to give the permission to the, for example, we will give the permission to the user also. I want to remove the permission from the user, right? U for the user, remove for the minus. What permissions I want to remove? Execute permissions I want to remove. So now you can see ls-l. Execute permissions has removed by the user, right? So in this way you can use for removing the permissions and giving the permissions. If you want to change the all the user permissions, you can use the chmod a for all user is equal to what permissions you want to give to the all user. I want to give the read, write and execute. On which directory? This directory. permission denied because we are using the we are not able to give the permission using the normal user to the root user created folder, right? So we will use the sudo. Now you can check the permissions. See, full permissions has given by the chmod command. In this way you can change the permissions, you can means you can add the permissions, you can remove the permissions, you can give the permissions to the user, you can give the permissions to the group, you can give the permissions to the other user, you can restrict or you can allow. So based on your requirement you can do using the chmod command. Apt package manager in the Ubuntu. So we have the two distributions. One is the Red Hat distribution, second one is the Debian distribution. Okay, in the Red Hat distribution we will use the RPM and yum package manager, that we will learn in the next videos. Okay, in the Debian we will use the apt and dpkg. So here these two are the popular package manager in the Ubuntu. So most popular is the apt package manager because there are major difference between the apt and dpkg. So that is, if you use the dpkg, you have to install the dependencies your own. For example, you have the A is the package and it has the dependency on the B package. If you are using the dpkg, you have to download the B package first and install it, then you have to install the A package. This is somewhat tricky. And apt package manager is used for install the packages, but apt package is download the dependencies and install the package with that dependencies. It will manage the dependency and it will install the packages also. Because of that, most of the people use the apt package manager in the Ubuntu. So let's learn how to install the packages. With using the apt package management, we can install the package, we can remove the package, we can upgrade the package, okay. So these are the things we can do using the apt package management. So let's see one by one in the practical way. For this you have to create the Linux machine and you have to log in that, and you can practice all the commands. You need the Ubuntu machine for practice this. Okay, here for install and update the package, you have to first update the packages into the Ubuntu. So for that you have to use the apt update. If you run this, it will not allow to the install or update the packages into the normal user. Now I had logged in into the Ubuntu user. Ubuntu is the normal user into the Ubuntu server. It is not having any root privileges to install the packages. If you want to get the root privileges, you have to use the sudo apt update. Okay. For installing any packages, you need the root privileges to install the packages into the Ubuntu. So if you run the apt update, it will update your repository in the Ubuntu server. Okay, it will update with the latest packages into your repository. Now here you can see reading the package list done, building the dependency tree done, reading state information done. 129 packages can be upgraded. Run apt list upgradable. So these are the things automatically done by the sudo apt update command. Okay, now I want to install one package. For installing the package, syntax is sudo apt install your package name. Okay, now I want to install the tree package. Sudo apt install tree. Now see, this tree package is installing. Okay, If you want to check that tree package is installed or not, you can use the tree hyphen hyphen version. It will give the package version information. Now here you can see our tree package has installed version 2. Okay, now this package has installed. Okay, for installing that package we use the sudo apt install tree, right? Here in the Ubuntu we have the apt and apt-get package manager. Both are work in the similar way. You can use the apt or you can use the apt-get. Both will work in the same way. For example, we will see one example using the apt-get also. Sudo apt-get install. You can give the any package name here. For example, I am using the tmux is the package name. I'm installing here. See, if it is already present, it will not install the package. Now tmux package is already installed in the my server, so it is not going to install any packages. Means whenever you are installing, first it will check is it installed in our server or not. Then if it is not installed, then it will install the package into your server. If it is installed, it will not install any package. Then it will give the message like it is already installed in newest version. Okay, now if you want to install the multiple packages, for example tmx and for example tree, for example vm, you can give the sequence of package names and press the enter. So it is asking you want to install these packages, you can press the yes and give the enter. So it will install all the packages. You no need to command 3 times. Okay, you can install all the packages in the single command also. For installing the multiple packages, you have to give the only package name. For example, apt install your package name like vim space, for example git, any package name you can give the package name. These are the examples. Okay, now while installing the package, it is asking yes or no question for installing those packages. If you want to disable that, now you can use that apt install, for example tree hyphen y. Then it will disable the question while install. It is asking while installing and installing the packages, right? It will disable that. It will not any question to the you, can I install or not. Okay, it will disable that question. For that you can use the hyphen y. Okay, until now we learn the how to install the packages. If I want to remove the packages, you can use the sudo apt remove your package name. For example tree is my package name. Now you can see here it is using yes or no question. If you want to disable that, you can run with the hyphen y. So it will not ask any question. It will directly remove the package. Okay, it's remove the packages. If you want to remove the package, you can use the apt remove your package name. For removing the package also we have the another one option, apt purge your package name. So it will remove the all the dependent packages also. Apt sudo apt purge. For example, we had installed tmux package, right? Hyphen y. Now you can see it is uninstalling all the packages with the dependency also. Now you can see these are the dependent packages. It is installed, uninstall all the packages. Okay, now clear. Just we had seen the how to install the package and how to remove the packages, right? If you know only package name but you don't know the which package for install that package, you don't know the which package you have to install. Okay, for searching that you can use the apt sudo apt hyphen cache search, or you can use the apt search your package name, any package name, and it will give the package information. For example, tree. So it is giving the all the packages which contains the tree command. So you can take any command and you can install the tree based on your requirement. Okay, sometimes you will get the requirement, you can install the some specific package which has the tree. So you can take any package like copy here and install that into your server. Okay, until now we seen the how to install the packages, but our requirement is to install the specific version of the package. For example, I have the nginx. I want to install the nginx as a package, but some specific version. For that, you have to search the package versions are available into your server. For that, we have the command sudo apt hyphen cache search apt cache medicine your package name. So it will search the packages with the version. So apt search is the search the packages with the package name, but it is the search the packages with the package name and versions. For example, now I want to install the package with this version 1.18.0. So for installing that, you can use the command sudo apt install nginx. Until now, installing the package directly package name. If you use the directly package name, it will install the latest package. Means whatever the latest package is available into the server, that package will be installed. But sometimes your manager will say you can install the stable version, which is previous one. For example, now my package is the latest one is the 1.19. For example, it will install the 1.19 nginx version, but my manager said to install the 1.18 in our server. So on that time you have to install the specific version of your package. So on that time you will take the help of the this command for searching the versions in your server, and you can install the specific version in your server. Okay, copy this version nginx is equal to, for installing that you can use the sudo apt install nginx is equal to that version name and -y. So it will install the specific version of nginx. If you want to get the information about the your package name, so which version had installed, okay, you can use the sudo apt info your package name. So now you can see your package name is the nginx, your version is the 1.18.0. So priority is the optional, origin is the Ubuntu. This all the information will be given by the apt info. So here you can see the what is the size and what are the dependent packages. This all the information will be given by the apt info your package name. Okay, now you want to upgrade the all the packages into the server, you can use the sudo apt upgrade. It will take some time to upgrade all the packages. So it will upgrade all the packages. It will take a time. So if you want to upgrade it, you can upgrade it. So I am not going to upgrade here because it is take a time. So if your requirement is to upgrade your server, so you can use the apt upgrade command. Okay. Now I am here pressing the N. If you want to upgrade, you can press the Y. So it will upgrade all the packages into the server. With the similar way, for searching the specific version, right, we are using the apt cache medicine command. In the similar way, another one command is there, sudo apt list -a and your package name. It will also give the same output whatever given by the apt cache medicine command. So here you can see it will also giving the list of packages which are available into your server with version name. Okay, so I want to cover these things in this session. So we will cover some extra if you want some more detail, so you can comment me and I will cover that in the detail app package manager. So hello guys, today we are going to learn the yum package manager, or we can learn the Red Hat package manager. Okay, inside the Red Hat package manager, Red Hat package manager. So in the Red Hat we have the two major tools which are the used for the manage the packages, RPM. Second one is the yum. Okay, RPM is nothing but the Red Hat package manager. Red Hat package manager. Okay, yum is nothing but the yellow dog updater modified. Yellow dog updater modified. This is the full form of the RPM and the yum. So here is the major difference between the yum and RPM is, if you are using the yum package manager, when you are installing any package using the yum, so it will install the package with their dependency. For example, dependency means, for example, you are installing the A and A package needed the B package to be installed. Okay, so in this case, if you are using the yum, it will automatically install the B first, then it will install the A. Means A is depends on the B. So yum will automatically manage the dependency. If you are using the RPM, so RPM will not manage any dependency. You have to manage those dependencies. Means you have to download the dependencies and you have to install the dependencies with your own. So because of that, most of the peoples not prefer the RPM. RPM also prefer in some cases. So I will show that in the end of this video. Okay, how to install the packages and how to see the package information, how to see the installed packages. So this kind of information I will show in the end of the video. Okay, first we will manage the package management using the yum. Okay, so if you are using the on-prem server, Red Hat server, so there you have to create the repository inside the your dump, inside the etc yum.repos.d. Here inside this you have to create your one dump. So when you are install your server, right, you have your CD or any DVD. With using that you are installing your OS inside the server. So there you have to copy all the packages which are available inside your disk. Those you have to copy inside that and you have to create the one repository. Or now here I am using the AWS machine. Because of that I am not creating any repository. I will show how repository will be look like. Okay, cat. First we will go inside. I will become a root user. Go inside the etc yum.repos.d. See here some of the repositories are created. Some of the repositories are enabled and some of the repositories are disabled. So I will show here one like Red Hat .repo. So this is the repo. In this way you have to create your repositories. So here this repository is enabled. Okay, this is the GPG key. In this format you have to manage your own repository. Okay, clear. With using the yum, we can install the packages, we can uninstall the packages, we can update the package, we can upgrade the packages. So using the yum, we can do package management in the Red Hat server. Okay, let's see how to install the package in the Red Hat. I wanted to install the one package like httpd yum install, or package name is the httpd. So it is showing our package list. These are installing httpd, installing the dependency here. See my package name, I am just giving the only httpd. It is managing the whole dependencies, right? So it is getting those all the dependencies, and with that dependency it will install our httpd. Here you can see installing 12 packages. Just I had given the one package, but it has the 11 package dependency. So if we are using the RPM, we have to download these things, then we have to install these dependencies, then we have to install the httpd package, then only we can install. So because of that, we will use the yum package manager. If it is asking you to, are you going to install or not, so I will press Y. So then my package httpd package will be installed in my server. Okay, so how you can see my package is installed or not? First, for that we have the systemctl command. Systemctl status of my package web server. Systemctl command is there for check the status. Systemctl, okay, sorry. Systemctl command will help you to see the status of your service. So my service is disabled. So for enable this, you have to use the systemctl enable your service name httpd. Now it is enabled. Now you can see the status. It is enabled, but it is not started. It is inactive. For start this service, you have to use the systemctl start httpd. Check the status now. Now it is active and enabled. So if you are installing any service kind of daemon kind of thing using the yum, so you have to use the, for installing the package, you have to use the yum install your package name httpd. Okay, now you are installing the httpd here, but it is the daemon. httpd, D means it is a daemon kind of service. Daemon is nothing but the background running process. Daemon is nothing but background running process. Running process. Okay, so if you are having the daemon, so you have to check that daemon status. It will not automatically enable. So for enable and disable the status, you have to use the systemctl command. Systemctl status your service name here. For example, my service name is the httpd. For example, you have the another service name like systemctl status. Your service name is, for example, vsftpd. So whatever your service name is there, you have to check that status. Okay, if it is in the disable state, if you want to enable, why we enable that the state? Because if we are restart our server also, it automatically enable when our system boots up. So because of that, we will enable the service. So, for example, our system will, server will be sometimes shut down, and it will start automatically. Whenever it start, our service also be started at that time. Means we will not every time monitor our service, right? So we will if our server stop at the midnight, so we will not monitor each and every time when our server is rebooted, right? So because of that we will enable that, means whenever our server is rebooted, our service also automatically will start. For that you have to enable the service. Systemctl enable httpd. For start the service you have to use the systemctl start httpd. So here we use the service kind of package. Because of that we are using these commands. If you are using only, if you are installing only normal command, no need to do systemctl, no need to run the any systemctl commands. Okay, for example, now I want to install the git, yum install git. See here it is managing the so many dependencies here. So 67 packages are installing with the git. This is not a service kind of package, so it automatically install and it's enable. Okay, now I will check the version of the git. So it is giving the git version 2.39. so if you are using any normal, if you are installing any normal command, if you are installing any normal packages, you no need to check the service status, and you no need to enable, and you no need to start. Okay, if you are installing any service, means for the server kind of thing, or daemons, so then only you have to do the enable, check the status and start the service. Okay, now I will install another one package. For example, yum install tree. Tree is my package. So now here it is asking every time yes or no question, right? If I want to disable it, you can use the yum install our package name tree -y. So it will disable the asking the questions. It automatically install the package in our server. If you want to install, we have the syntax yum install our package name here. If you are using the service, you have to check the status, and you have to start your service manually. Okay, and if you want to start your service at the boot while booting our server, so you have to use the enable systemctl enable httpd. Okay, now if I want to remove my package, so how we can remove that? So you can use the yum remove, for example, tree. See, it is removing, right? If you want to disable that, just you can use the -y here. If you don't want to ask the questions, then you can use the -y. Okay, if it is removed, so it will nothing to do. It's all we are not having anything. It is nothing to do. It is giving the message. Okay. If you want to list the packages, you can list yum list. It gives the all the packages which are available into the your server. Okay, now if you want to list the repository, you can use the yum repo list. It will give the all available repositories in your server. So now you can see it is giving the all repositories which are available into the our server. Okay, now you want to list the packages of some service, package with package name. For example, vsftpd. So it will list the our package, available package into the server with that name. For example, now I will list the yum list httpd, just we are installed, right? Now you can see it is installing the available installed, it is installed, it is giving, it is this package is installed. We are not installed this vsftpd, because of that it is giving the available. So if you want to list yum list installed all, it will give the all installed package into the your server. Now if you want to check some package is installed or not, then you can use the grep. For example, httpd, it is installed, right? So it is giving the which version of httpd has installed, and what are the depend all the httpd packages are installed inside the server. Those all the information is giving and listed, whatever the install the packages. If you want to list available packages, now you can use the list available packages, all available packages which are in the server for install, those all the list will be given by the yum list available. Okay, if you want to clean the cache, you can use the yum clean all yum repository cache. Okay, if you want to clean the yum repository cache, you can use the yum clean all. If you want to update some package, you can use the yum update. For example, I had installed the httpd. It is checking the updates, and if there is any update, so it will install. Otherwise, it is the latest package, then it will the show the it is latest package. So here it is not installing, because just we had installed that latest package has installed into the server. Because of that it is not installed. If you are having any other latest packages, so it will install the automatically with using the yum update. If you want to see the information of your package, you can use a yum info your package name. So it will give the information about your package name. It is means it, package is installed or not, what is the name of your package, version of your package. These all the information will be given by the yum info. Okay, so these are the important points in the yum command. If you want to get the more information about the yum command, you can use the man yum. So it will give the loads and loads option, or you can use the yum hyphen help. Okay, so this way we can manage the packages using the yum. So we will see some rpm commands here. If you want to list the packages, all install the package, all packages inside the your server, you can use the rpm -q a, all list of the packages inside the server. Okay, if you want to list some specific package, for example, I want to list the vsftpd, or you can use the httpd, it is installed. Now it is giving, it will give the list of installed packages. Okay, in this way you can use the list. So if you want to install the package, you can use the rpm -ivh I means interactive, V means verbose, H in means in the hashing format, how much it will complete it. It will show that. For example, VSFTPD. We are not having any RPM, but I will show you VSFTPD. No such RPM. So you have to download the RPM format package. Then you have to install using the RPM-IVH if you want to install the packages. So these are the some way how we can use the RPM. So here in this session, most important is the yum for installing the package, removing the package, update the package. If you want to upgrade, you can use the yum upgrade. It will upgrade a whole server packages. So in this way, you can manage the whole package management using the yum command. So please practice this yum command. It will help you to manage the packages into the Red Hat. So this is the most important package manager in the Red Hat. Please go through this video, practice again and again, be familiar with these commands. These are the very helpful while handling the Red Hat server. So thank you for listening this session. If you like my video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.